Alright, we're recording. Sorry it took me so long to do this video, you guys, and there's probably not going to be a lot of eye contact because I'm actually driving back towards my house at this point. But I did want to make this video before I got there, so we're going to go ahead and have that little talk I wanted to have with you guys from this morning. So, if you have been a subscriber or watched some of my earlier videos, you may have heard me speak about me having to see a pulmonologist and them believing I had a stage 1 or a stage 2 COPD. This was prior to them getting any results of any chest films I had had, any CTs I had had, anything, no testing whatsoever. Then they send me, this over the course of very, very many months, they send me to get some breathing tests done, some walking tests done. I magically pass all of my testings with very flying colors, to the point that even my technicians doing the tests were surprised that I had been a smoker for 20 years. So they felt it was definitely not a result of COPD. Now, during all this time, I got sick with some pretty nasty viruses twice. The first one they could not identify, but they threw me onto a hard round of antibiotics. They knew it was not the flu, and they knew it was not strep. That's all they did know, though. And the second time around, they diagnosed it as pneumonia and put me, and this is actually while I was still on the other antibiotic, they put me on to an even stronger antibiotic to take in conjunction. So then, fast forward here several more weeks, we go back to the pulmonologist and such, which is not affiliated with any sort of actual military medical care. We go back to that pulmonologist, and I personally take all of my previous chest films and my CTs and everything to them, and everything gets gone through, and it comes back that on Wednesday I found out that I do not have COPD. I have emphysema. Now, you would think, okay, well, she's a smoker of 20 plus years. Of course she's going to get emphysema, right? I was expecting it at some point, you guys. I am not dumb to that fact in any way, shape, or form. It will come. Lung diseases will come with smoking that long naturally. But pulmonologist reads through all the other testings and goes through all the films, CTs, and everything, and says, you do have emphysema, but there's no signs to show us that it has anything to do with your smoking. Your lung mass, your muscle capabilities, all of that are wonderful. Your oxygen is always 100%. We don't know what's going on. You do have emphysema from not smoking, but I believe, and I quote my doctor here, that there is a large chance that this is all a result of a mold or a fungal infection within your lungs that has created this emphysema to this point. And I'm saying, like, what? And I'm questioning whether or not I've been exposed to any molds. And, after living in Hawaii for years, of course, I had actually, all of us had been exposed to black mold within our home and stuff. But it had been so many years, and I've been treated, really hard all along those years that I never would have thought anything along those lines. And here at Fort Knox, there's a lot of mold issues too. And aside from being mold issues inside of the housing, we are constantly under mold spore alerts here in the Ohio Valley. We are nonstop underneath PM 2.5 alerts here in the Ohio Valley. When I asked the pulmonologist if the PM 2.5 could be in relation to any of this fungus growing inside of my lungs or mold, I am told that yes. You live in the Ohio Valley. You're not from this region, are you? And I'm like, nah. And apparently, yes, in the Ohio Valley region, in the soil, in the air, and in the water, there are many things that most people are not openly aware of unless they research it on their own. Now, for over a year, I've been posting these videos here, but I've also been posting on Facebook groups that I run locally here for Fort Knox, showing everybody, air quality alerts and the numbers and, everything possible, everything, you guys, pictures, and trying to slowly get them to understand. And some are definitely starting to question, which is a good thing. But so anyways, we're getting off track here. I'm sorry. And I gotta turn. We're going towards Fort Knox, so this is only gonna be a couple more minutes at the most. I have 2 pulmonologists after I got to the hospital yesterday. Friday the 13th. If you're superstitious, wait for this. On Wednesday, I find out the emphysema is there, and it looks like it is from a mold and or fungal infection within my lungs from the local air, soil, and possibly water, but I'm a zero water kind of gal, so I don't know about all that. So, and then Friday the 13th is my 39th, or was my 39th birthday. They want me to go and get a scope done. So yesterday, I spent my 39th birthday with a tube down my damn mouth going into my lungs, and samples being taken, which are going to take up to 6 weeks to regrow inside of a lab. How is that for some shit? They got to go regrow the shit in my lungs in another lab to tell what it is. Love it. So that is the story up to that point. Now, this is not the first doctor to tell me about the issues of the Ohio Valley region with the air quality, but soil quality was new to me. And not new to me in that way, shape, or form, but new to me, having it actually mentioned to me without me mentioning anybody or anything to anyone else. So in that sense, yes. But none of the Army doctors are mentioning this. And here's the kicker, you guys. In May of this year, I had one of those chest films done, and I had a complete CT scan done. My diagnosis was emphysema then. I've been back to my doctor probably half a dozen times since May, and they have never given me that diagnosis. I had to wait until I got my own copies of my chest films and my CT, and it was just printed, literally, diagnosis emphysema in May. That's how good our care is around here. And that's how fucked we are as a result of the air. It literally has so much disgust, mold, and fungus in it, in the soil, in the water, that they see this constantly at Hardin Memorial. And they see it constantly in people that have never smoked in their life. Per their own words. I mean, where do you think it's coming from? I'm not saying it's all coming from above, but you guys got to realize, after the videos I've shown you today, is that when they're blowing that much smoke, exhaust, spray, poison, chemical, cloud seeding, whatever the fuck they want to call it, when they are spraying it to that ability, that there's going to be some cause and effect there. I don't know what else to say. What goes up will come down. Once again, I'm looking at an X right here to the left of me. It's crazy, you guys. It's just crazy. It's all spray out and bullshit. None of what I'm looking at is real, and I'm looking at 2 sprays right now. So, good times. I think that's all I really need to get to at the moment. If I've missed anything, I might make another video, but I'm pulling on a base, you guys, and I can't be on video, obviously. I can tell you, I'm looking at a plane spraying right now in my direction right over top Fort Knox. Oh, and there's a third wildfire over here somewhere on Fort Knox, too. So, good times. Stay safe. Later.